Welcome. Today, I'm going to talk about the top 3 things you can do to help help balance out your hot flashes in perimenopause or menopause. So if you're struggling, if you're a midlife woman, I am here to help you. Today, we're going to explore it from an Eastern medicine perspective because that is my background. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angela Warburton. I'm an Eastern medicine practitioner with over 25 years of clinical experience. I'm also a midlife woman and I've gone through menopause, and I'm here to help you shift and heal during menopause because we have a terrible story about it. So many women are suffering, and I'd say suffering needlessly because there's so many ways that you can balance out your body, understand what your body's saying through symptoms, and use natural means to help bring balance back. You can use these natural means with hormone replacement therapy if that's for you, but there are a lot of women that don't want to use it, can't use it, and are looking for other means to heal, and that's why I'm here. So the science, the soul, the Eastern medicine with the modern, bringing it all together for you here. And today we're going to talk about hot flashes because so many women suffer from that. So from an Eastern medicine's perspective, we don't necessarily talk about the body from an estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, hormonal way, but we do take that into account. But I'm going to talk about the top 3 things that I see affecting women in my clinical practice. We often equate hot flashes just with low estrogen. But really what we want to look at is, why is estrogen low? Because it's not about menopause. Menopause is a shifting from procreating, having a cycle every month where our body is using a lot of resources to have this cycle if we have kids. And then the body's really wise and it says, wait a second, that takes a lot of energy. I'm going to stop losing blood and losing energy every month, and I'm going to repurpose that to live longer. So it's a way our body is conserving energy for longevity. What happens though often is we should have enough, we sort of go from this flat line when we're a kid to these hormonal like fluctuations during our cycles when we're fertile, and then we go to flat line again. So our body should have enough to live a healthy, long life after post-menopause. But what happens is often we've almost dipped into our estrogen reserves, what I like to call it a hormonal overdraft. We're living out of a place of overdraft or imbalance, and it's really going to show up the ways that we've been overextending ourselves or living in a way that's out of balance in menopause because we don't have that extra buffer of hormones that we have when we're menstruating. So we want to look at, if we're getting a lot of symptoms, if you're noticing perimenopause and menopause that symptoms are coming up, there's a reason. Your body's like tugging at your sleeve, or it's screaming at you through a megaphone to tell you to change. And so there's a reason that that's happening. We want to understand why that's happening. And that's really where Eastern medicine works well. Every symptom has a reason, has a sign from the body is telling you what it needs to do to rebalance out. So it's not just simply about putting more estrogen in if we're low in estrogen, but actually stopping the leak. I like to look at it like a bucket, and we want the bucket to be full. And if we have holes in the bucket, no matter what we put in, it's going to leak out. So what we want to look at is what are your particular holes and how can you plug that so that you're going to have the right amount of hormones so you can live a healthy and symptom-free life. So that's the work I do. And today we're talking about hot flashes, and these are things that I see across the board in women who are in midlife and suffering from hot flashes. A lot of them doesn't require any prescription to do. These are things that you can do at home to help rebalance. And the number one thing I see is honoring your boundaries and emotions. This is huge in menopause. Menopause is this portal where we're shifting our energy. It requires us to go inward. It requires us to let go of some of the many things I'm sure that all of you are doing, and shed a little bit. And so if you are someone who is saying yes when you mean no, if you're someone who's not honoring your emotions, that, how are you? I'm fine. Is that okay? Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. And inside, it's not friggin' fine. It's not fine. And you're not telling it. That's going to come out sometimes. There are so many women. This was it for me. If I said yes when I meant no, or I didn't express my emotion honestly, authentically, in a healthy way, I would get a hot flash. One of my clients says, it's either going to come out through my sweat or it's going to come out through my mouth. So she tries to say it through her mouth and she doesn't get a hot flash as much. So this way that we sort of contain our energy and it spikes our cortisol or spikes the energy comes up in our body. That's one reason. So if you notice that with emotions, with boundary, with your not honoring what you feel, you get a hot flash, this is one thing you can start doing that's going to help you long term. Honor your emotion, honor your boundaries, honor your no so that you can honor your yes. And people are going to respect that even more because they can trust you. When you say yes, you mean yes. When you say no, you mean no. Simple and profound. The second one, stop overpacking your schedule. You need to allow for rest. Rest doesn't make you lazy. Rest doesn't mean the world is going to crumble and you're never going to get anything accomplished in the future ever again. Rest is the healthy balance to the doing. We talk about yin and yang in Eastern medicine. It's that sacred balance of doing and then resting. It's about the mind and the emotion or the intuition. It's always about this balance. It's like night comes after day, winter comes after comes after fall, but then summer. So spring, summer, a cycle for everything. If we chronically are on the go and we don't allow ourselves to stop and rest, we are throwing the body way off of balance. If we push just a little bit of a hormonal 101 here, if we need cortisol. That's one of our hormone that's packed with, that gives us that get up and go, that allows us to do stuff in the day. If we go past the amount of cortisol we actually have in our body, we're going to dip into our reserves. The body can shift and change estrogen into cortisol. It contains testosterone into cortisol so that we can get more things done. That's your leak. That's your hormonal overdraft. If you're using estrogen to do more things, you're going to be deficient in estrogen, and that's where you're going to get hot flashes. Overpacking your schedule, shoving too much in, pushing beyond your limits, not honoring your desire or need for rest is going to cause your body to be off balance, and that can contribute to hot flashes. So start pulling things out of your schedule, start creating space, even creating 15 minutes a day for yourself. I know you can do that. Close the door, 15 minutes. I'll be back out in a little bit. You guys take care of yourself. If you've got families, I know you have a packed schedule, but just taking time for yourself to rest, not multitask, not fold the laundry, not scroll through Instagram, rest. Put your feet up, do a nice restorative yoga pose, have a cup of tea, go sit in nature, be outside in nature, something, just allow yourself to receive and rest. That alone will help. 15 minutes a day, start there. Expand when you can. Okay, so that's number 2. And number 3, you want to eat foods that are going to nourish your hormones, nourish your estrogen, and build it from a natural state, and stop the things that are going to leak it. Stop the stimulants. Stimulants are the same thing that I talked about with the estrogen and the cortisol. If you put stimulants in, things that are going to raise your energy, you're robbing your body of some of that estrogen again. You're not giving yourself the building blocks you need to build estrogen. So foods that are going to nourish and build, very simple foods, legumes, peas, chickpeas, lentils, soybeans, lima beans will help build. Some fruits and strawberries like blueberries, cranberries, strawberries help to naturally build some of the building blocks for estrogen. Cabbage, spinach, sprouts, onions, garlic, zucchini, broccoli, they're all the building blocks to build healthy estrogen. Some really great high fat nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, they're going to naturally help. So you want to put the food in that's going to naturally help build. You want to make sure you're digesting it. So if you have trouble digesting food or it's running right through you, if you're having any kind of digestive gut leaking stuff, that's really important to address because that's one of the building blocks. But make sure you're eating the right food, and that's going to help your body build up naturally. 3 simple things. I know you can do them. First, honor your no, honor your boundaries, and your emotions. Express in a healthy way. First of all, to yourself, let yourself feel what you're feeling. Honor your no and your yes. Stop overpacking your schedule. Allow for some rest and eat the foods that are going to help build. Simple, doable. You can do this over time. It's like a small deposit into your bank account of hormonal health and healthy balance in your life. You're going to feel better. You're going to notice that your energy will build up, and you're going to stop being in that estrogen overdraft, and that will help your hot flashes, I promise you. Hope that helped. If you like this video, please hit like. If you want more content like this, I am creating videos to help support you. Every week I do multiple videos, so hit subscribe, and I take requests. So if you have a request, something you want to know more about from this holistic perspective, from an Eastern medicine perspective, please let me know. I'm here to help you thrive. I'm here to help you navigate this time through midlife and menopause with more grace, with more ease, with more vitality, so that you can live your most authentic and, what I like to say, your most radiant life, because you are born to express you as the beautiful, wise woman you are. And menopause is a portal to help you get to this place, combining your wisdom, your experience, your inner knowing, and express that in the world. And you've got to feel good to do it. So thank you for being here. I will see you next time. Have a beautiful day or evening. Bye for now.